We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at The $6 Million Man, Issue 2. This is written by Christopher Hastings, art by David Hahn, colors by Roshan, Kurichiyanil, something, letters by Ariana, Maher, special thanks to Zach Davison. Now I have cover A, which is by Michael Walsh. Interesting cover concept. I don't hate it. It's okay. It doesn't really tell me anything about the issue, but whatever. Packaged and edited by Nate Crosby. Special thanks to Christina Conte of Universal Studios. Now, I'm actually a little disappointed in Universal Studios. We'll get to that. Okay, so Steve Austin and his lady friend Niko, the spy, are trapped inside of a missile silo. Unfortunately, the missile's been damaged, and since he's missing a leg, Steve has to get out of there with the help of Niko, but they lose their evidence in the process, and Steve's battery appears to be damaged, and there's a lot of large panels as we get through this, and they go somewhere and the bad guys are after them and the Soviets are helping the bad guys, and this appears to be a revenge plot against the US for Hiroshima, so they're planning on attacking Hawaii. Oh, irony. So the Soviets obviously have a plan to attack the United States at the same time as this multinational corporation guy attacks Hawaii. So Steve's got to figure this all out and repair himself in the process. This plot is fine, but the dialogue is horrific. Steve sounds like a silly millennial. This is treated as a joke through the entire thing. He's chalked up to being an idiot and mostly incompetent, and it's very insulting to the source material, which was a fairly serious show with a little bit of levity. This is almost all sarcastic, backhanded compliment humor. It really feels like they hate the series and they want it to fail. So I don't know what they're thinking here, but it is very, very insulting to fans of the $6 Million Man. And the fact that Steve is completely out of character and doesn't talk like somebody in the 70s, the vernacular's all wrong. They don't appear to have studied the show at all to get a feel for it, because Steve is so wildly out of character. It's kind of lazy, actually, since the show is available. It's not like this just disappeared down the memory hole. No, the show is still around. You can find it and watch it and get an idea of how the feel of the show was. I don't know who the target demographic is for this comic book. It's obviously not fans of the show. Steve is wildly out of character. He talks very silly. He's generic adventure man from 2015. I don't know what this is. So I'm not going to recommend it. I'm not going to buy another issue. If I find one in a quarter bin, maybe, but this is garbage. The art's not bad. It reminds me a little bit of Bruce Timm's Batman the Animated Series. So if you look at it from that perspective, the art's okay. And that would be fine if they would treat it with that sort of reverence to the source material, but they don't. This is insulting, and I don't know if I would let this slide if I was Universal Studios, because this is trash. This is complete garbage. I don't know who approved it, but if I was their license holder, I would consider pulling it based on this trash. But that's just me. So I'm not going to recommend this. I think Dynamite can do better and should do better when handling these kind of properties. It's a great intellectual property that has a lot of potential, and they are just crapping all over it. But that's just my opinion. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the episode, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss future reviews, and we hope to see you on the next one.